Dominating your fantasy league? Prove it.
Shaping up to be a great.
Dominating your fantasy league? Prove it.
Shaping up to be a great game between these two teams. There's no telling what might happen.
Dominating.
My bad, y'all. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. We are live. Can y'all hear me and see me just fine? I'm making sure I'm good. I'm having a little small issue here that I'm trying to work through. Make sure y'all can hear me and see me just fine. Let me know in the comment section. Just want to make sure that we are good. I'll wait on y'all verification. Okay, there y'all go. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, it's all good. That's what's up. All right, let me turn this down. All right, man. Listen, ladies and gentlemen. As y'all can see the title of the video, Miami Dolphins better put a waiver claim for Zach Cunningham. We might get him. We better get him, man. If he falls to us in number 11th in the waiver wire, we better go after this man, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't get that much better than this. I mean, it does. You know, you got some, Hall of Fame trajectory guys already. But Zach Cunningham is just a pure beast. He is definitely a guy who comes and does his job and does it quite well. But this is a huge opportunity for the Miami Dolphins because he ain't going to cost no money to bring him in. This man ain't going to cost no money to bring in, and that's why we need to bring him in. For those who don't know, Zach Cunningham is one of those guys who came into the league day one with the Houston Texans. He was a day one Houston Texan back in 2017. First year, he blossomed, shined, 88 tackles, 1.5 sacks, and showed a little bit of promise. And as he continued to play, he just got better and better. In 2018, he put up 107 tackles in less snaps, by the way. Then in 2019, he put up 142. He just kept getting better and better. And last year, this man had a whopping 164 tackles, led the NFL. He led the NFL. Currently, he is 26 years old, right at the peak of his prime, and about to be 27 years old next week. This is a perfect time for Miami to bring him in and secure him for the next 3 to 4 years, get the best prime years out of him, and then allow him to go off into I guess football heaven, whatever. Well, hey, he's played so well in his career, he could still make some noise as far as accolade wise. Now, I already see some of y'all in the comment section saying what position at the linebacker. Yeah, linebacker. This guy, I would actually bring him in to put him smack dab in the middle and let Elandon Roberts be his backup or alternating guy because he's better than Elandon Roberts. He's better than Duke, and he's definitely better than Jerome Baker in the middle by far. This is the guy that you would definitely want to be your ideal run stopper. Now, we've gotten a lot better in the run. Now, y'all remember about 8 games in the season, we were ranked dead last in the run. I mean, in defense. Our defense was trash. We had one of the worst defense, right? But our run game, we were ranked dead last at one point. It's funny how after 5 games, we go ranked from dead last to number 9 in the NFL. Just after 5 games, we go from dead last to number 9. Now, in the last 5 games, we've been ranked the 4th best run-stopping team. But you put all that together, we're ranked number 9 right now, and we have a good chance of being top 3 when the season is all said and done if we stay on this trajectory. But you bring in this guy, we definitely going to be top 3 in the run. And what you think we going to need in week 18 if this thing work out the way we wanted to work out and we want to make the playoffs? What you think we going to need on week 18? A guy just like Zach. Now, I know y'all, he's had issues, Houston, blah, blah, blah. Well, he's had some issues, But like Flores always says, I believe in second chances. But dive into some of the issues. Dive into them. The last one, they suspended him a game because he showed up late for a COVID test. He was late for his COVID test, so they suspended him. If those are the kind of issues we talk about, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. I'm by far good with that. That was his latest suspension, which I know he probably said some words. They said some words, and he was like, well, trade me then. They probably tried to, but nobody wanted to eat that 4-year, $58 million contract. This man signed a 4-year, $58 million contract. Last year, fresh off of his rookie deal, he just got the bag for 4-year, $58 million contract. And the beautiful part of it all is that we wouldn't have to eat it. This man was going to average almost 15 million a year, 14 and a half. And they gave him guaranteed money, total guarantees of 32 million. So last year they gave him a bag. They gave him about 12 of those million. And now this year, instead of making about $7-8 million this year on the last year of the regular deal, they converted his salary into a signing bonus. And he is only a $990,000 cap hit this year. So $1 million. He only makes $1 million this year. I mean, he got a $7-8 million check because they converted it into bonus, but that has nothing to do with whatever team gets him. All bonus money, that's on the team that had him. All dead cap for bonuses, that's on the team that signed him. They got $13 million in dead cap next year. Whoever signed him ain't got to worry about none of that. The man's salary this year is $1 million. And we done already played 75% of the season. This only gonna cost us $300,000. A little less. 4 game checks. Well, 5 if they trade now, because our buy, you still get paid. 5 game checks? No brainer. We putting the waiver claim in. And then next year, since his contract is all voided and stuff, because they basically cut him. So what that'll basically do, Miami may be able to go ahead and give him a new deal, which will be less than what they gave him. And you'll be able to lock down a player on a 4-year deal and give him about 2 years worth of guarantees at a cheaper price. And now you really have your solidified linebacker core on rundown. Y'all, I hope y'all noticed what they already did. On rundowns, they took Jerome Baker out of the middle. On first and second down, some second downs, Jerome Baker don't play middle linebacker. They put him on the edge, and Jerome Baker did an interview. He said they were transparent with me, and they told me the truth and said I was better suited out there because he sucks against the run. He can make a tackle, but he sucks against the run. His point of attack, his ability to work through traffic, all of those things. And then ever since they put a Landon Roberts and had Duke Riley, I want y'all to think about that. Ever since Raekwon Davis came back, and they made that switch with Landon Roberts and Duke Riley handing more of the middle, our run game has been stout. And now if you bring in Zach Cunningham, which we're number 11th on the wire, and teams have to be careful if he's going to want to stay with them. So some teams might pass up because they'll think that he's not going to stay there long term. And a lot of those teams have a lot of good young developmental pieces at the linebacking core. So for us, we got a whole bunch of guys that, can play, but we don't have that's the biggest thing I've always told y'all. We need solidified linebackers. That's the area where we could definitely get better. So this would be a huge big up for us that we ain't got to worry about in free agency or the draft next year. Bring him in, keep Jerome on the edge, and let everybody else rotate that end and that end and let everybody else rotate all these players we got, we wouldn't have to look at the linebacking core anymore. We wouldn't have to worry about that anymore. We'd have our defense is done, with the exception of still trying to figure out who your future corners are, who your corners are 2 to 3 years from now. That's all you'd have to worry about. The rest of the defense is done. They're young. I mean, the rest of the defense is secure for 6 years, with the assumption that you will be re-signing certain guys. But the rest of the defense would be secure for 6 years. Go look at everybody's age. This would be beautiful. And then in the offseason, you could just focus primarily on the offense. Primarily on the offense, man. This is the move that the Miami Dolphins need to make. They need to try put in this claim. And if they get this claim, man, that's Christmas. It's Christmas, y'all. It's a Christmas. That's all it is. It's really a Christmas gift. It's really a Christmas gift. So we'll see what they do whenever he hit those wires. We'll see what he does at that point. Yeah, man. We'll see what he does at that point. We'll see what we do. I hope we make this move, though. Y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you think? Do you want to bring Zach in? Do you think that this is a huge opportunity for us to address a position where we could actually have some stability at the position? I do. This guy is right there, a shade under being a Pro Bowler every year. And on this defense, he'd get all the recognition he needs. He'd be your star. He'll be one of your stars on defense. 4-year, $58 million deal he just signed. And money ain't even kick in yet, and they cut him. And he just got all that free bonus money. All that free bonus money. So he ain't going to be picky about cash. This is a huge opportunity, man. Y'all don't forget, tonight we got the AFC East Roundtable. I can't wait. Oh, I'm just so sick of Buffalo. Trash of all trash. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Flores love Texans. There's a reason for that. I didn't say nothing. Don't at me. Don't at me. He could be a Bobby Wagner, but what would the locker room issues? Listen, T-Rich, this guy is amazing in my opinion. And you're right, he could be a Bobby Wagner, a younger version, which is what you want. I'm not worried about the locker room issues because I think Flores has a group of guys now that would keep that in check. I think he got a group of guys now that's having fun that would keep that in check, because I believe everybody's bought into Flores' vision, especially that defense. That defense is a Flores defense. That defense loves Flores. When you bring in that one guy, it's about everybody doing their job. And thank you, Cruz. He said locker room issues could have been the environment he was in. Facts. Don't ever discount that. It could have been that very environment. And his acting out in it might have even been him resisting it. You never know. We ain't in the locker room. All I know is, from a quote-unquote locker room standpoint, what they call locker room, they made him sit a game because he was late for his COVID test. Now, I will say this. Being late for your COVID test might mean you're one of the non-vaccinated. And y'all correct me if I'm wrong, acknowledge me if I'm right. It's been a while since I've been reading up on that because it hasn't been an issue much. But I think those who are vaccinated, I'm not sure if they actually need to be tested unless they've been around someone with it. And those who aren't vaccinated, they're not required to, but they have to go through continuous, strenuous testing. So I'm not sure. I don't know, but that could be one thing, but I don't know. We still fleecing the Texans, TD? Nah, not on this one. Not on this one. I don't think, at least. I don't know. FYI, we placed Patrick Laird on injured reserve, so he's hurt. He's out, but hey, it is what it is. Also, Mike Dieter was seen today in a walking boot. That's not good news. That's about it. All I have on the news from that standpoint with the Dolphins right now. Elite players that get cut are never worth the trouble. Yeah. Tell that to the Buccaneers last year, who won the Super Bowl. I don't know about that, man. It's just a matter of, can that coach get you to stay focused on what's most important? The Roundtable on Match That Works channel. So it's going down tonight. Grand jury in January. Happy New Year's. Oh, I know, man. Well, I mean, everybody was reporting that today like it was new. I mean, we've known that for almost a month now, that the grand jury is supposed to convene December or January. And like 2 weeks ago, I thought we were talking about it, that it's going to be in January. And for some reason, everybody came out today and was like, oh, it's breaking news. And like, how? Thought it was February. No, we didn't think it was February. We just knew that we'd probably have an answer by February. That's why we kept saying, you'll know more in February. They convene in January. We always knew that. So that's perfect, man. Boy, that is perfect. And honestly, that's the hope for Tua Tagovailoa. That's sad. The hope for Tua Tagovailoa is if Deshaun Watson gets charged. That's the hope. But it's the sad reality. And that's the only hope he has, is that if Deshaun Watson gets charged. Because if he gets charged, then the Miami Dolphins need to stay away from that situation until it's over. Not even keep an eye on it. No, I mean, be done with that situation. And once everything is done, there's a final conclusion. See where you are at that point. So that is that simple. So a lot of people, if Watson gets charged, then we all should feel good about where Tua Tagovailoa is from a standpoint of moving forward. At least I would. I would be just fine. I would know that we're still developing, and it may take a little while for us to be that complete team, but I would be just fine with the progress that he's making and the trajectory that we're headed. If Watson is not charged, then it's the offseason is going to be the craziest thing ever. They're going to bring Watson in, and then it's like, man, watch all the signings that happen after that. It's going to be wild. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be wild and crazy. So either way is a win. Just one route is probably a longer route than the other, but it's still a win, because if Watson never was in this situation where he was getting traded, we'd be going down this path anyway. So it's no loss. That's what people need to understand. If Watson was never tradable, everything was good in Houston, we would be going down this path anyway. So and I think he's done enough at this point to at least say, hey, let's see in year 3 if he's, doing better and, making those strides in certain areas. And I think everybody can agree that Watson has always been the wrench in this situation. And I know some people don't like that, but it is what it is. You can't ignore a top 5 player in the NFL. You just can't. I don't care how much you hope for somebody, you can't ignore it. So it is what it is. But I can't wait for January. That way I'll know. January is a big month because or February, whenever the grand jury makes a decision, because it'll be some really good closure for everybody. Everybody can be done with it, man. Well, not necessarily, because if Watson gets charged, then everybody should be done with it. If he doesn't get charged, then you're gonna have the delusional still holding out hope, and I have no clue why. Well, everybody's gonna get involved now. You don't understand. It's always been Miami or nothing, and that has always been reciprocal. It has always been reciprocal. So it is what it is. All right. So we'll see. That is your deciding factor, ladies and gentlemen. Not how he's playing now, not all the y'all can keep on going down that fake pipe hole all you want. You can keep keep lying to yourself. Kenneth said, where are you getting this stuff from? Firsthand information. How about that, Kenneth? I don't expect you to believe me, but I know this firsthand. And it would suit you best to, even if you don't believe me, at least consider it. It'll save you a headache at the end of the day. It'll save you a headache at the end of the day. For the record, TD said it. If Watson is not charged, he will 1,000,000% be a Miami Dolphin in the offseason. Period. If he is charged, he will not be a Miami Dolphin. He won't be. TD, can we expect the Pats to run 98% of the game week 18? Not at all. You're going to see a well-rounded, opened-up game because you're going to have great ideal weather. The only reason they ran the ball that way is because Bill Belichick just weighed his options and said, why would anybody have their quarterback throwing the ball in 55 mile per hour wind gust? Even if you felt good that you can get it to somebody, it just statistically doesn't make sense. And Josh Allen had a 50% completion. Even on his bad days, it's not 50%. That will show you that the wind definitely impacted the game. So Bill Belichick outcoached their coach and said, why take a risk that I don't have to? Keep handing the ball off. Keep handing the ball off. And as soon as they realized that they were going to run the ball for just about the whole game, they got a little play action, which you saw the wind messed that up too, but they caught it. Hunter Henry. So they'll definitely throw the ball and run the ball against us. It'll be a good game though. But yeah, that's where I'm at. If they can't stop the run, why stop running? Exactly. Chiefs and Angels, we appreciate you, bro. I like Watson over Russell. Me too. They could not stop the run. Are the Pats actually that good, TD, or was that a fluky game? What did the Pats do good in that game? When we say are the Pats actually that good, what did they do good? Ran the ball? Hasn't Buffalo always had one of the worst run Ds? Everybody, Buffalo got a top defense though. They had a top defense because they ain't play nobody. Okay, I'll get it for you. But yeah, I mean, the game I saw didn't prove nothing. It was two teams that didn't prove nothing playing each other to get justification that they proved something. I want y'all to think about that. Buffalo has played trash teams that they've beat this year. including us, because we were trash both times. And then they get a high defensive mark early in the season because they played the worst offenses in the league. And the Patriots, the same thing. And then you have them play each other, and that's supposed to tell you who's real and who's not. That game wasn't a test for them. Both teams got bigger tests coming up. Easily. All right, I'm about to wrap up. Listen, man, they ain't do nothing. They didn't do anything, okay? Now, we'll see in these last 4 weeks who's who, and that's almost everybody in the NFL. Because the beautiful thing about the end of this NFL season is a lot of playoff contending teams playing a lot of playoff contending teams. So let's see how the smoke clears out of all of this, all right? Anyway, man, I'm about to get out of here, go to dinner with the family. If I got time, I'll be back this evening, maybe do something before the roundtable stream, but we'll see. I'll let you know. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. We need to go get Zach Cunningham. That would be a big ups for this team, man. This is TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. You got 300 people watching right now. Can y'all make sure you hit the like button on your way out? It'll be greatly appreciated. Salute to y'all. I will see you this evening. And for any reason, if I don't do my own stream this evening, make sure you check me out at Masterworks channel at 9:30 because I'm going off on Dan Mitchell, that bum, and I'm going off at Master at Works because they ain't did nothing, and and they get nervous about us in week 18. But I'll see y'all later. Peace. I'm out.